University of Florida Gators, who have won the school's third National Football Championship.
All right, guys, love and light, we have made it. It is officially football season. Now, if you guys didn't know, I am not at the original setup. I'm testing a new mic. Like I said, it is football season. So just to give you guys a crash course and to give the audience, you know, a look at how content is going to be during the season. It's going to be rough. No edits. The audio might be bad, so I just picked up these new wireless mics. I'm just testing them out in this video. So you guys let me know in the comments how it turns out. Also, we are on the grind to 1,000 subscribers. So if you want to become part of the Gator Nation community, welcome to Dominating Impulse Swamp Talk. I think this is episode 4 now. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Now, I am super excited, always excited to talk Gators. We've had the conversations. We did the preseason analysis. We've talked about the roster. Everybody keeps telling me this is the toughest schedule ever. Definitely in the conversation of toughest schedules ever. But we are here in week 1, and we are talking Hurricanes. Okay, so this rivalry actually matters in 2024. For the last couple of years, the last couple games, I don't feel like any of the Florida rivalries mattered. Florida, Miami, Florida, Florida State, UCF versus any of these schools, FAU, FIU. I don't feel like any of the Florida schools personally, as a Gators fans, the rivalries have mattered. This year, I think they matter. Coming into this game, Miami is ranked number 23. That definitely has, you know, some cojones, some weight on this game. And Billy Napier, like I said, you kind of coaching for recruits, you're coaching for respect, and you're coaching for your job. Now, my theory, always my theory on rivalry games and scheduling is, how do you stand up to your rivals? So if you're a Gators fan, especially if you're in the SEC, but you know, we got to come into this season with the mindset, we got to dominate the state of Florida. We got to beat Florida State. They already got knocked off week 1. We're gonna make sure we check them off our schedule. Got to dominate Florida State, rival. You got to dominate them boys down in Coral Gables, Miami Hurricanes, rival. And then you got to dominate UCF. Actually kind of steals recruits too. Some boys want to stay home. So this game matters on a philosophical level as much as it matters inside the white lines. Let's dive into the details of this rivalry. For some details and some history on this rivalry, it resumed in the 2000s, but both teams kind of fell off. And when Urban came in, he didn't even put them on the schedule. He like, for what? They trash. Like I said, they haven't been good in a decade, but coming off of back-to-back seasons, Billy Napier's on the hot seat, Crystal Ball's on the hot seat. This game is literally step 1, ground zero of the Battle of Florida. We already know what happened with Florida State. So the keys to this game are pretty much going to be simple. Don't get out-coached. Do not get embarrassed. We have been talking all year, all summer, coming into the fall. Florida has the toughest schedule. Florida has the toughest schedule. I personally don't even think Ohio State or Alabama will survive this schedule. So what I've been telling people is, Billy Napier will keep his job if he survives against the rivals, if you dominate against the rivals. Coming into this game, Florida's defense definitely has to stand tall. Now, we don't have Montrell Johnson coming into the first game, but so we have a stable of backs who can do the job. I am pretty convinced that Taiwan Webb can, you know, be the bell cow coming into this game. Also, I think Graham Mertz is going to show y'all those flashes that we seen up at Wisconsin and those flashes we seen last year. This game is going to come down to Billy Napier not getting out coached and not getting out physical. Again, this is the Battle of Florida. Also, I think the Miami Hurricanes, they're going to look to take control. They got some big boys in the trenches on the offensive line and the defensive line. But the pressure is also on Mario Cristobal. Miami has to show and prove. We've been hearing for a decade the U is back. Are we sure? At least Florida has put guys into the league. At least Florida has, any top Power 5 school always has, you know, blue chip scholar type players, NFL caliber players, maybe 1 or 2. but Florida always puts them in. Miami hasn't been relevant for, like I said, a decade. So this game matters for both sides. Miami's going to look to control the trenches. If their offensive line can hold up, if Cristobal's game management can trump what Billy Napier can do for checks and adjustments, this is going to be an interesting game. So this game is also in the Swamp at 3:30. Peak Florida Heat. Peak Florida Heat, baby. What do you guys think about that? Like I said, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments. Let me know who else needs to make those big boy plays so we can take over in week 1. And we're going to be back after the game. Like I said, I might be on the road. I might be in a hotel. I might be in a car with the post-game analysis, with my reaction. And going forward, I think during the season, this is just how we're going to get the episodes out to you guys, because it's all about the Swamp. Till next time, King of the Podcast, Casual Gamer. This has been another edition of Swamp Talk. Let's get it.